Hey there, it's Brad in my power wheelchair, and I thought I'd tell you about the Neewer light stand today that has the boom arm. I have about 4 others that are like this, but I thought I'd try out Neewer's to see how it goes. First, I'm going to try to explain things in case you've never used one of these. So with one of these light stands, you have a little knob here, and that helps you get the legs out or put them up. Pull them in, pop them out, pull it down. I like to put this out so that these are about even, so that the legs are as far out as they can be to give me maximum stability. One thing you want to note is that if you are working around living creatures of some kind, people or pets or anything, then you want to put a sandbag on these legs. And one thing that is not intuitive is that you want to make sure your sandbags, when they go on the legs, are not touching the ground. Otherwise, the weight isn't on the legs and they can start to tip. I just showed you there, I have a carabiner on the sandbag. I just store them like that. And I call it a sandbag, but in reality, I actually end up using a couple of water bottles in each side. And these, the one that it comes with, these sandbags that it comes with, they are double zipped, I guess, to keep the sand in there. The zippers aren't really high quality, but I don't really care about that, especially since I'm using water bottles. So I'll just put one in each side for now. And you can strap these. These don't have a Velcro attachment. So, you know, these aren't as useful as some other sandbags, but it's just an accessory. When they do have a strap, you can set them up on the leg, and otherwise you can put them across the leg in some formation, as long as it's not touching the ground, and you try to do it on the side that's opposite where your weight is, so it doesn't tip up in that direction. All right, but the other use for the sandbag has to do with the boom arm. But first, we're going to show you the basic operation. So for each of these arms that sticks up, you want to do the one that goes up high first if you're just doing this straight up in the air, because you can't reach it otherwise when you put it up higher, especially if you're in a wheelchair. So it's up high, it's up high. It's probably off camera now. You got 3 of these, and I would hit my ceiling that's over 10 feet if I were to go up all the way. So I'm going to bring that back down, and top one back down, middle one. All right. Before we get to the boom arm action, I will tell you that you've got this in the top, this little baby pin that has a 1/4 inch, 20 threads per inch post on one side, as well as a light post, and your usual 3/8 inch, 16 threads per inch on the other. And so you can flip that up and down. It comes with a plastic cap so you don't hit it on things when it's in storage. And you have this little knob to secure it. So you can secure it straight up and down or sideways, which can be really useful when the boom arm is out. I'm just going to secure it straight up and down. I'm going to take this knob off, set it to the side. I usually put it in my pocket when I'm on location so that I don't lose it. I just put all small things in my pocket as a matter of course, so I don't lose things. Then when I say, where the heck was that small thing I had? I just feel in my pocket, and I tend to find it there. Okay, so when you're getting the boom arm out, what you want to do is loosen the segment with the top 2 parts, and you want to loosen the angle portion. So I'll show you. This just slides all the way out of there. Okay, so it's not connected in the bottom if you pull it up all the way, nothing holding it in. The other sections, they are connected, and there's this spring, so if you accidentally drop it, it's less likely to damage things. So you get this out, see, to the side, and you need to hold on to it because, as I've said, you've loosened this angle controller. So you can tighten the angle controller to fix the angle, but then it's still going to slide. So you fix this part for the boom arm. You can extend the boom arm if you want here, but if you're putting weight on the end of it, like a light, especially a heavy light, then again, you're going to want to put your sandbag, one of your other sandbags, onto one of these little holes with the carabiner. And this is always held for me. I'm not worried about that. So the carabiner fits through these holes. You can just put it through one, and then it hangs down. And what you do is you have enough weight and enough length on this side that you balance the weight on the other side. So we're going to show you a little example with one of my lighter weight lights I got recently. So it's another Neewer product. No, I don't work for them. Or Neewer. I think they've said Neewer themselves, but okay. So I've got this light panel here, and I just want to, I need to go in the opposite direction. Let's do this. Okay, so I just ran into a problem. There's this knob in the way of me screwing this on, but that's not really an issue. I'm going to just turn it, tighten it, and let's say I wanted to face it to the camera. All I need to do to adjust the angle for this whole arm, now that that's secure, is I loosen the knob on the holding the boom arm. Then I can twist this to my heart's content. I can move it back and forth, okay? And then I can just fix that in position. And now I have it facing the direction maybe I want it facing. Maybe I want to face it this way, and maybe I want it to go up higher, so I just adjust the angle. And maybe I want it to go up more, so I would go up with this portion, okay? All right. So that's most of the operation of this boom arm guy. That is very, very useful. I found, if you want it to stick out higher, then you need to get one of the clamps that can hold another arm. But this has been really useful for holding microphones and lights in just about all the positions I've needed. The only time that you'd need something that sticks out longer than one of these is if you have a shoot where you need to have your cameras and everything back farther because you've got multiple people in an interview, or you have a big scene. But this is pretty good for like 99% of your prosumer uses. So I am really happy with this guy because I've had, like I said, 4 of these things. I've ordered, those are silver. I ordered a black one before and was very unhappy because it didn't grab right here, but this one grabs just fine, and that's really important so it doesn't slip and fall. But I'm really happy, and I could recommend this I got mine for around $80, $85, I think. This one's selling for around $100, but I got mine before the big inflation boom. So I think it's a pretty good value, and I'm happy with it and feel like it's pretty secure. It's not a C-stand, Century stand, but it'll do the job for most prosumers. All right, hope it helped.